Welcome to day one of the 100 Days of Code by Angela Yu. And this project, the end of the day project, is about understanding variables and how do they work in conjunction with strings. So this is a simple project. It basically tells us uh, to create a program that adds two inputs. That is the city you grew up in as well as your pet's name. And that will join it to be one string, Bristol Rabbit, like it said over here. This is an example, by the way. This is, I believe, Angela Yu's solution, so I'm going to do mine. So let's jump right into it. So welcome to the band name generator. That will be enclosed in a print function. So welcome to the band name generator. And the next statement is, what is the name of the city you grew up in? Now this one is asking, it's basically a question that asks you to put in some data for the city. So we can't just use a print statement for that. We'll have to use something known as an input function, which allows us to print to the screen, or should I say, put something into the compiler. So what is the name? Now look at that. There's an error here because it's no longer arrangement and it's no longer enclosed within the single quotes because the what is has an apostrophe. So with that we'll use, instead of a single quotes, we'll use double quotes. Right? So what's the name of the city you grew up in? Question mark. Right? Now, being that we're going to use whatever data we put into this question, we'll have to capture the variable that is being used, or should I say, we'll have to capture the data and store it in a variable. And the way we do that is basically assign a variable to the input function. So what's the name of the city you grew up in is saved in a variable called city. The next one is about what is your pet's name. So input, that's also another question. What is your pet's, another apostrophe, name, right? We will capture the data from this question and save it into a variable called pet. And the final string will be, your band name could be the addition of city and pet. So how do we do that? That's not a print, by the way. Print. That's an error as well. Input. Your, oops, we need the quotations. Your band name could be city and pet, right? So we're basically concatenating or joining this strings or the value that is derived from whatever we put into the compiler, and it would appear in city as well as pet. All right, so let's see that in action. Let's run this. Right, so I had to look for another compiler because that one was not running for some reason. So yeah, let's run this. So welcome to the band name generator. What's the name of the city you grew up in? So we'll put in, let's say Calgary, say Toronto. What is your pet's name? Kovu. I don't have a pet, but that's what I'll name it if I have one. So your band name could be Toronto Kovu, just like the solution said it would print out. So yeah, that's day one. Easy. Didn't run into too many problems. It was smooth sailing for me. Yeah. Anyway, stay tuned for day two.